Sorry, it's hard to tell when this thing's open or not. Hey guys, Verbal Engine 95, recording live from the local county prison cell, and yeah. So, today's fight is another case of, if I were picking who faced who, I'd have them fight someone differently. Like, I'd have them fight someone different. But this is the fans, so it's stupid. In some cases. I usually support a lot of what the Death Battle fans say to do. However, in this case, yeah. So today's fight is going to be Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, versus Ganta from Dead Man Wonderland. Personally, I think if Ken should fight anyone from Dead Man Wonderland, it should be Crow. I think he's probably the best guy Ken would fight. Hummingbird was okay, but Crow, I think she's probably Crow is probably the best guy this guy could fight, Ken could fight. But no, main character, so Ganta. Even though, to be honest, I think Crow is probably more liked and, more popular than Ganta, and this thing is falling off. Point is, yeah, it's gonna be Ganta, so let's just go over this quickly. Ganta is a child. He's a fucking child. He's like 3 feet tall. You could say whatever. You could say, oh, he's in high school or whatever. The kid is like 3 feet tall, and his voice makes him sound appropriate for that height. I mean, alright, but he does, however, have the Branch of Sin, which, if he has an open wound, he can manipulate and shape his blood. Very specifically, this power is, though. That's something I'm realizing. You can only do it at certain parts of your body, apparently. Again, this thing keeps fucking falling off. You can only apparently do this at certain parts of your body for each person, and you can only shape them very specifically. Crow can only make scythes out of his forearms. Hummingbird can only make whips from her ears. Or actually, it soaks into the back of her hair, and then, but you know what I mean. Ganta can only make bullets from his hand. Yeah, subtle symbolism, I know, right? He can only make bullets out of blood from holes in his hands. Which people dub the Ganta gun. Now he can increase these to make giant bullets, but as stated in the fight with Crow, you're firing your blood at me, you sort of need that shit to live. So the more blood Ganta uses, the more bullets he fires, the more blood he loses. And however, Ganta is known to, despite being a complete fucking pipsqueak, be able to pull off some last-minute adrenaline-fueled punch or headbutt or shot or something that lets him just, turn the tide of the battle. And then there's also the fact that at the end of the series, he did learn how to do faster-than-light attacks. Or invisible black, as it's also called. Which allows you to attack the person invisibly. It's not, I don't think it's literally faster than the speed of light, but you can attack, so you can attack faster than the human eye can follow, I'm assuming. So that means, in his case, he can fire these bullets faster than the human eye can follow. Now let's talk about Kaneki. This guy was like Ganta at one point, but unlike Ganta, this guy actually gets better. He learns martial arts and becomes a very adept fighter, unlike Ganta. But a lot like Crow, go figure. Figure. Turning into my mother. You guys didn't hear that? He has, his powers also stem from blood, but instead of Ganta, instead of like Ganta where he could fire it at him, he instead has tentacle claw things sprout out of his back, and then he attacks people with them. Much like the other Dead Man Wonderland characters. Again, funny how that works. Almost as if he shouldn't be fighting Ganta. And I'm pretty sure he can... Doesn't he, like, make a sword or something at some point? Yeah. And then... Oh, yeah. He has a healing factor. Not actually a healing factor. A regeneration factor. And I'm pretty sure in the past I've clarified the distinction between healing and regenerating. So it is more of a healing factor, because I don't really think he can, like, replace limbs or anything, but he can, like, heal broken bones in a matter of minutes. This guy could have every bone in his body just, like, cracked, and he'd be fine in like, an hour. So again, it's a little bit like the Inuyasha healing factor, where it's not really practical during the fight at hand, but it makes it so that you can continue you can continue adventuring the day after the fight happened. So yeah. My point, okay, so Ken's gonna win this, and it's not because I'm wearing the mask, and it's not because I actually have not seen a lot of Tokyo Ghoul. I watched all of Dead Man Wonderland because it was short. I have not seen and Tokyo Ghoul goes on for like a while in the manga, so yeah, but Ken's got this. Mainly because he's very, after, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, after actually accepting his ghoul half, he becomes multiple times, he does become a lot faster, a lot stronger, a lot more, his reflexes become better. And, unlike, now, he's not supposed to use his powers, but it's fucking Death Battle, so that's not gonna matter. Oh no, it's against the rules. He might only use it as he might use it as like a last resort, but he's gonna use them eventually. And, he's gonna kill Ganta. He is going to brutalize this kid. He is going to, oh, fuck it, okay. Taking the mask off, sorry. He's gonna brutalize this kid. He's gonna kill this fucking kid. He's gonna disembowel him. What Spawn does to regular villains, that Ken's gonna do to this guy. Right? I mean... Okay. The faster than light attacks are gonna be a problem. But he can only use so many of those, and they're not gonna cause any major damage unless he uses a lot of blood, which again will kill him quickly. So, and plus, the fact that Ken's got a healing factor, and Ganta really has not a lot of options close up, Ken's just gonna take shots from him, and then he's just gonna rip this kid in half. So, again, he should be fighting Crow, but he's not, so thanks. You've indirectly murdered a child. Thanks, Death Battle audience. For Blended 95, see you.